6 things you must do before going to boot camp in order to make your boot camp experience as smooth as possible. This video is going to touch up on a lot of topics to get you ready for boot camp, so let's get started. First thing we got is getting fit. Getting fit is probably one of the best things you can do before going to boot camp, because no matter what branch you decide to join, it'll give you that ability to kind of get ahead of the curve and come to boot camp prepared. Each branch is going to challenge you physically and will absolutely push you to your limits. Of course, each branch is different with how they go about their fitness tests, but overall there are definitely some ways that you can prepare yourself for the tough challenges that you're going to endure. No matter what branch you decide to join, whether it's the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, or the Coast Guard, you can expect to see push-ups, sit-ups, and a run as part of your test. However, certain branches are going to require you to perform other exercises such as a swim or pull-ups as part of their qualification process. Now, I know some of you guys who might be watching probably aren't able to swim right now, and that is perfectly fine. The only branches of military that are going to require you to swim are the Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, which all have their own process on teaching you the ability to swim. However, if you want to make your boot camp experience as smooth as possible, you can look up some adult swimming lessons in your area. Frankly, I've had multiple people that were in my division that could not swim or had never swam in a pool before. There is no shame in it at all. They were still taught and graduated with the rest of us. But if you want to get ahead of the curve, it certainly helps to come prepared. The push-up, sit-up, and run numbers are going to fluctuate between each branch, so I've left a bunch of links in the description box so you can see exactly what the fitness requirements are for whatever branch you decide to join. Overall, if you want to go to boot camp with absolutely no worries about the physical aspect of it, then I would recommend that you train up to these numbers so that no matter what branch you decide to join, you can go in with confidence that fitness is never going to be an issue in basic training. But don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone and push yourself hard before going to boot camp, because it will definitely help you in the long run. The second thing I got for you guys is to set your finances straight. When you go to boot camp, you're not going to have access to your phone or the internet for a few months. Be sure that before you go, you take into account everywhere that you're spending money and that any bills or payments that you need to make are set to auto pay or are paid in advance if possible. The last thing you want is to go to boot camp with a bunch of missed payments. If you have somebody else that is able to take care of your finances, such as a spouse, then ensure that you are able to make a plan and that everything will be taken care of while you're away. Another thing that you should do to set your finances straight is to cancel any subscriptions that you're not going to be using over the next few months. This is going to include anything like Apple Music, Spotify, Netflix, Hulu, etc. Things of that nature. I know plenty of people that spend upwards of $100 to $150 on entertainment subscriptions alone. So by canceling these subscriptions, you can save a few $100s during boot camp and put that money in your pocket for later. The third thing is to study boot camp material. When you go to boot camp, you're going to be expected to learn a lot of material in a very short period of time. One way to prepare yourself before you go is to study little things like rank, your branch's creed, general orders, drill, and the core values of your branch. This way you won't be so focused on messing up the little things and you can focus on what's important during training. Listen guys, I cannot stress this point enough. I promise you a lot of people won't study anything before going to boot camp and end up paying for it when they go to basic training. They arrive with a complete lack of knowledge and end up getting flustered, causing them to make a bunch of stupid mistakes that could have easily been avoided if they would have just studied before they arrived. I've left a bunch of study material in the description box for whatever branch you're deciding to join. So please go to the links and study everything on them. I promise you it will help you immensely in your boot camp experience. Number 4, prep yourself mentally. It's no doubt that you're going to be put into a high stress environment when you arrive. Prepping yourself mentally before you go is normally a way that you can make your boot camp experience so much smoother. With a few techniques that I'm about to mention, this is what's going to separate yourself from everybody else who comes to boot camp with absolutely no preparation at all. The first thing you do to prep yourself mentally is believe in never quitting.
I know you can believe in yourself.
You're definitely going to encounter some times where you think the military just isn't right for you and you just want to give up. But by giving up, you're actually only going to be making it harder for yourself. A lot of people think that if they give up in boot camp will just stop right then and there and it'll all be over. This is far from the truth. Most of the time, your instructors are going to notice that you're putting in a lack of effort and they're going to actually put a target on your back. They're going to focus on you over everybody else and push you even harder than everybody else because they know all you want to do is leave. So if you can come in with a mentality that you can do it, you will arrive at boot camp and it'll be over before you know it. The second thing is to don't take yelling personally. A lot of times people come in and they're scared of getting yelled at by their instructors. But you have to keep in mind that boot camp is only a test to see if you're ready to be in whatever branch you're trying to join. The instructors, they're nothing more than just that, instructors. And they're gonna try and break you and see if you have what it takes to make it through. Everything your instructor does is for a reason. If you can develop the idea that they're just trying to put you into a high stress environment, then you will have no problem making it through boot camp. The third thing I got is to stay positive. The worst thing you can do for yourself is to develop a negative mindset. When you arrive, you'll have all of these negative thoughts on what could go wrong. You're gonna wanna delete this entirely from your mind and talk to yourself in a more positive manner. Your mind is going to be your worst enemy, so developing a positive mindset is definitely going to help you whenever you're down in the mud. The fifth thing you should do before going to boot camp is create a plan. If some of you guys own a home, a car, or have pets and children, you're probably going to want to have some sort of plan on what you're going to do after boot camp. If you're paying bills for your home, you want to make sure that you have a way to manage that as well as the upkeep of your home. If you own a vehicle, make sure that you have somebody who is able to take care of any mechanical work that could come up. If you can't find somebody to take care of your personal belongings while you're away, then perhaps you could develop a plan to sell these items and reinvest into a new home or a new vehicle later down in your career. If you have any children or pets, you have to understand that there's going to be some separation time and you're going to have to create a plan on what you're going to do once you're finally settled into your first duty station. Finally, my last thing you must do before going to boot camp is to spend time with your friends and your family. This is probably one of my most important things on this list. Take some good quality time to spend with loved ones because you could very well be separated from them for a long period of time. I know for me and many other military members, we weren't allowed to take leave and come home to see our friends and family because of the whole COVID crisis. It's been a very long time since I've seen my family, and it seems like just now they're starting to let military members return home. So please, I ask that you take the time to have a nice dinner, go to the park, or even just celebrate the new chapter that's about to happen in your life with the people that you care for. That's all I got for you guys. My name is Peyton Dooley, and if you like this video, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I do informational videos about the military, so if you want to see more stuff like this, check out some of my other videos, like top 5 things you should consider before joining the military. To all my people who are serving or have served, thank you for your service, and please let me know if there's anything you would suggest doing before going to boot camp in the comments below. But anyways, that's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.